All right, buckle up, everybody. Tonight we are diving deep into something truly chilling.
Ooh, I love a good horror deep dive.
Yeah, you and me both. Okay, so tonight's source material is a script.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, a script for a fictional horror video called Abandoned Hospital, 20 Minutes of Raw Fear. Just the title already gives me goosebumps.
Abandoned hospital? That's like prime horror setting right there.
Right. And this script doesn't disappoint. We're going to break it down piece by piece and see how the creators build that oh-so-delicious suspense.
Sounds good. Lay it on me.
Okay, so first of all, the whole video is structured in these 5 parts. Each part is like 4 minutes long.
Okay. Keeping it nice and bite-sized.
Yeah, and every single part ends on a cliffhanger, like clockwork.
Ooh, that's a smart way to keep the tension high. Always leave them wanting more.
Exactly. So from the very first moment, we're dropped right into the heart of this decaying, uh, creepy hospital.
Okay, setting the scene. I like it.
Yeah, and they really go all out. Stormy skies, the wind is howling, super eerie music, thunt in the distance.
Yeah, you've got to have that atmosphere, right?
Absolutely. And then there's the narrator, whispering.
Oh, man. Whispers are always so creepy.
Right. Like, why is that? What is it about a whisper that just sends chills down your spine?
I think it's because it feels like a secret, like something hidden that we're not supposed to hear. It taps into that primal fear of the unknown. Like, who's whispering and what are they trying to tell us?
You know, you're totally right. I never thought about it like that before. And then to add to the whole, like, you're a there feeling, the camera is shaky, like someone is actually holding it and running.
Ah, yes. Well, found footage style. A classic in horror.
It's like, so effective, though, right?
Super effective because it tricks your brain into thinking this could be real.
Right. And like you've stumbled upon someone's lost camera or something. You're watching this unfold in real time.
Yeah, it breaks down that barrier between the viewer and what's happening on screen. You become more invested, more scared.
Okay, so we've got the creepy setting, the creepy narrator, and the shaky camera. So who are we watching? Well, it's this group of 5 friends, young, looking for a little thrill,
Oh, classic horror movie mistake.
Total horror movie mistake. They decide, on a dare, to explore this abandoned hospital.
Never a good idea.
Never a good idea. And the script does this amazing job of foreshadowing right from the start. Like within the first few lines of dialogue, one of the friends says, "This place gives me the creeps. Why'd we agree to this?"
Ooh, planting that seed of doubt. We all know something bad is about to happen.
Exactly. And then, damn, there's this sudden crash. Lights go out. Darkness.
Oh, no, I hate when the lights go out.
The worst. And then the narrator whispers, "They weren't alone."
Ugh, talk about creepy. Okay, so they're trapped in this dark, abandoned hospital.
Alone with something else.
This is where the real fun begins. I mean, not for them, but for us watching.
Exactly. So as they fumble around in the dark, we start hearing these distorted whispers. Just snippets of voices, like echoing in the hallways.
Oh, playing with sound again. Love it.
And, it's never quite clear what the whispers are saying, but they are definitely unsettling.
Because it leaves so much to the imagination. Our brains fill in the gaps with our worst fears.
And it's not just the sounds, there are these shadowy figures lurking at the edges of the frame, like just out of sight, but definitely there.
They're toying with us, those creators. Playing with light and shadow, and then the ultimate creepy sound.
You're going to say children's laughter, aren't you?
Yep. A child's laughter echoing through an abandoned hospital. I mean, come on. That's like horror 101.
Right. It's like the most innocent sound in the world, but in this context, it's terrifying.
Because it's so unexpected, it makes you question everything. And then they stumble upon this rusted old elevator.
Oh, yes. The doors creak open on their own.
Like the hospital is alive, beckoning them deeper inside.
Yeah. Okay, so remember, this story is unfolding in these 4-minute chunks, right? Well, that's the end of part 1. Cliffhanger.
Okay, I need to know what happens next.
Me too. So they get into the elevator. It's super creepy. And then it takes them down to the basement.
Oh, no. The basement is never a good sign.
Definitely not. They end up in this old lab, like a medical lab. There's bloodstains everywhere, medical equipment scattered around.
Uh-oh. This is getting really bad.
And then they find this torn journal. It belonged to one of the doctors who used to work at the hospital.
Backstory time. I love a good backstory.
Me too. And this backstory is messed up. The doctor was doing all these, like, unethical experiments on patients, trying to create some kind of serum.
I've seen enough horror movies to know that this is not going to end well.
Nope, it definitely did not. There's this one journal entry that's particularly chilling. The doctor writes, "Day 43. The serum turns them violent. We're not doctors anymore. We're monsters."
Wow. So the real horror is not the supernatural, it's the human darkness.
Yeah. It makes you think, like, what are we capable of when we push the boundaries of morality?
That's what good horror does, right? Makes you confront the darkness within yourself.
Okay, so back to the action. The friends are freaking out, obviously, and then, bam, one of them is suddenly dragged into the darkness, just gone.
Okay, so the monster has finally revealed itself, or at least started to.
Yeah, but they don't give us a clear view. Not yet.
Oh, they're keeping us in suspense.
Totally. We only get glimpses of the antagonist, who we later learn is named Dr. Voss, through this infrared camera that one of the friends is carrying.
Clever, using technology to enhance the fear. And what do we see in these glimpses?
Not a lot. Just like a figure in a surgical mask wielding a scalpel.
Ooh, turning medical instruments into weapons. I love that imagery.
Right. It's so disturbing, but also so brilliant.
Leaving it to our imaginations is even scarier. What is hiding behind that mask? What horrors has this doctor inflicted?
Right. It makes you think of all the worst case scenarios. And from this point on, it's a full-on fight for survival.
Okay, so what happens? How do they try to escape?
Well, doors start slamming shut, separating the goop. They're getting picked off one by one.
Oh no, that's always a bad sign.
One of the friends gets cornered by Dr. Voss, and he whispers, "You're next."
Ugh, talk about chillin'.
And just when you think it can't get any worse, the intercom system crackles to life.
Oh no, what does it say?
Code Black. Terminate all subjects.
Yikes. So it's not just Dr. Voss they have to worry about, the entire hospital is against them.
Exactly. And then the ceiling collapses, like right in front of them.
Wow. They really ramped up the action in this last part.
Oh, yeah. And guess who emerges from the debris?
Dr. Voss, I presume?
Yep. Covered in dust, looking like a demon. And his eyes are glowing.
That's a great visual. Talk about a nightmare come to life.
I know, right? And then, just like that, the hospital vanishes.
Wait, what? It vanishes.
Poof. The only things left are a flashlight lying on the ground and these faint screams fading into the distance.
Wow, what an ending. So did they escape? Or are they trapped somewhere even worse?
That's the question, isn't it? The script leaves it totally open to interpretation.
I love that ambiguity. It makes you think, even after the story's over. What really happened? What was Dr. Voss trying to achieve? And what became of those friends?
So as you can see, this script is like a masterclass in horror storytelling. You got the classic elements, the abandoned hospital, the creepy sounds, the slow reveal of the antagonist, but it's done in such a clever, unsettling way.
Agreed. They really knew how to build suspense and create a truly terrifying atmosphere, using sound, visuals, and even the structure of the story itself.
And what really stood out to me is how it taps into our deepest fears. Fear of the dark, fear of the unknown, fear of what humans are capable of. And it leaves you with this lingering sense of unease long after you've finished watching it.
It makes you think twice about exploring any abandoned hospitals in your neighborhood, that's for sure.
Right. And it makes you wonder, are there really places like that out there? Hiding secrets waiting to be uncovered. That's something to think about, isn't it?
Definitely something to ponder, and maybe have a few nightmares about.
Until next time.
Sweet dreams.